Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and at this time I've got the Experience ROM version 2.0 for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, the Experience ROM. Now this is a stock based ROM by a developer on the XDA forums. Now what really interests me about this ROM is that this is based on the open beta version 9, which is a Nougat release by OnePlus for the OnePlus 3. So that is an interesting proposition. I have been dying to try out, and I did try out, but I couldn't stick with it because I tried out the official version. It gave me a few issues in the data selection, so I couldn't use that extensively, but I really did like how that turned out to be. Let's get started now. In the About Phone page, you can see phone is OnePlus 83003, that is OnePlus 3. The model number is showing Pixel XL, that is because I am using Assistant and I have enabled everything. Assistant works beautifully by the way, so you don't have to go through many hoops. And the Oxygen OS version is, as I have already said, OP302, that is Oxygen OS. Open 9, so that is Open Beta 9 based on Nougat. So there you have it. That is an amazing thing. As you can see, that is Android 7.0, so you get the Nougat goodness with this. So that is amazing. I really do appreciate that. The security patches is not too far off either, so that is December security patches. Kernel is the stock kernel. I haven't tried the EX kernel on this one because a lot of people have had problems with Wi-Fi on the EX kernel, so I'm not really sure if I should try it, but well, EX kernel is going to give you a bit more performance from what I've heard, but it does break the Wi-Fi issue. So let's get to the stuff here then. All of the stuff here is working, including SIM cards. Both the SIM cards are working. I am using Geo, so I do have 4G with VoLTE. So anyone using Geo will be rewarded with that. You don't have any issues with that, so you can even disable the VoLTE setting from here. Now there's something else which I really like. I mean, I've been using CM based and AOSP based ROMs for so long that I really miss the little things which the stock ROM does, which is really amazing. Like for SMS, you can check it to ask every time I send a message. So that is amazing. I really appreciate that. On the CM ROMs, SMS is just for one SIM. You can select one or the other, and the SMS manager does not give you an option to change on the fly. So I really like that. Data usage and all that is just Nougat features. The tethering hotspot mode, if you long press this, it will show you the name of your device and the password. So that is amazing. I really appreciate that. Also, it shows how many devices are connected without any third-party application. So that is another thing which I really appreciate. These are things which I learned to forget having as a convenience, and I really like these features. Then NFC is working. I have used NFC to pair with my headphones. I didn't use any Android Pay option because I don't have Android Pay from where I am. Now here are the custom options which is available. Alert slider is available. Where alert slider does work, it is a OnePlus feature, so it better work. So you do have option to customize whatever happens in the silent menu, all that, so you do have that options. Button customization is available where you can swap the buttons, so normal OnePlus settings can be swapped to whatever you like. On-screen buttons can also be enabled, so you can have that, or basically you can have the hardware button customized. Now I have it customized to double tap for turn off screen, recent button for nothing else, then long press the menu button, back button for nothing else. So these are the stuff which I'm using. Most of the Nougat features are still available, so you can double press on here and get stuff working. And that is something which I really appreciate on these ROMs. Gesture support is there, and you can draw stuff on the lock screen and get these things to work. There is camera, flashlight, double tap to wake, three finger shortcut is also available, and I really appreciate that. Status bar option. In the status bar option, you can change the battery style to bar or circle, and you can enable that. There is an option for show battery percentage, but it is outside the icon. There is no option for inside the icon, so I don't like that, but it is there. So yeah, there is no expose modules for Nougat yet, so you cannot mod most of the stuff here. So that is one of my major gripes about these ROMs. I mean, granted, that is because you don't want stability to be compromised on an official ROM. It is a beta ROM, but still it is from OnePlus. So being an open beta ROM, you need people to not have too many bugs in the user experience. So yeah, a lot of features is going to cause a lot of problems for the development team, and it's not going to be used by most people. So yeah, that is how custom ROMs have gone and risen in the past. So the display stuff, you do have adaptive distance, which I have enabled. You do have night mode where you can enable and reduce the intensity of it as you please. So that is something there. Theme can be customized to dark theme or a light theme. I have dark theme and I have just switched to light theme, and it will be white with all of these, and you can change that. You can also change the accent colors of it if you want. You can change it to red or whatever you want, and it is going to change it. They are quite a lot of fun to play around with. I mean, for most people, I select dark because I like the dark theme. It is something which I really appreciate. This is the main reason I use a theme manager on most phones to change everything to dark, because it is an OLED screen, and the dark screen is going to take advantage of OLED on battery life. So that is something which I really appreciate. You can also enable the ambient display mode from here, proximity wake, so that is also amazing. Pulse notification LED, and it also has a LED notification, so you can enable for the default notification. Also, per app notification is available, but there is no option to select the color of the notification light. So that is one thing which I would have liked to have in this option, but well, it seems I still have to wait more for that. Other stuff is basic Nougat. So you do have sound option where you can disable any of these. In the audio settings also there is a audio tuner, but honestly this ROM, the Experience 2 ROM, comes with Viper for Android and Arise, so that is a very good equalizer for your phone, and that is working, and I really appreciate that. Battery life. Now the battery life is what you would expect out of a Nougat ROM and not an Oxygen OS ROM. The Oxygen OS ROMs up until 3.2.8, from almost 3.2.6 to 3.2.8, the battery life has been really not very good. I really didn't get a good battery life with them, but this ROM, it's okay. It's almost passable as a CyanogenMod ROM, which is my daily driver, and the standby battery life is amazing. I really appreciate that. So I'm pretty impressed with the battery life in this. Apart from that, most of the things you see here are basically the stock version of Nougat. That is 7.0. 7.1 features, a bit of 7.1 features are not still here, so you will have to make a few compromises in that regard. In security and fingerprint sensors, now it does have fingerprint scanner, it does have a smart lock, and the Oxygen OS Open Beta 9 has the fingerprint scanner. It's faster than ever. I mean, it is really fast. It does work out really nicely, and I really appreciate the app locker functionality in this one. If I just enable this, I will do it off cam because that is my password. And if I select an application here, now CM ROMs do have that, but the implementation in this one is so much nicer. I really like that. I mean, the maps, okay, let's see. The maps is it's protected by fingerprint, right? If I open map from any of these menus, if I open it, it'll ask for a password right away, and I just need to give the fingerprint and it opens the map. That is so much easier than in what is available in CM ROMs, where you have to open the stuff. It will show you a dialog which says that the application is locked, and it will show up something in the top bar which you have to reach and click it, then use the fingerprint scanner to unlock it. That is a whole lot more difficult, and this is really easy. So if anyone in CyanogenMod is listening, please implement something as simple as this one. And this is not the only phone with this feature. Most of the other phones like the Lenovo Note 5, they also have similar feature, which is really amazing. I really appreciate that more than what you have in CyanogenMod. So in the developer options, there are a few extra options which I really like. There is advanced reboot, and that is amazing. The DOS mod can be enabled or disabled. If you are having issues with certain notification not posting correctly, you can turn off DOS mod at a sacrifice of battery life. So you might want to keep that in mind. Apart from that, everything else is basically what you would expect out of any other developer mode option. So nothing special here, but the DOS mod selection is really amazing. And it also has an advanced stuff where you can enable or disable the pocket mode. So pocket mode is, well, on the OnePlus, the pocket mode is the original pocket mode, which is basically, if you select this, it shows that pocket mode is on and your device won't turn on. So that is available. Now I have enabled the System UI tuner, and you can enable the power notification controls from here, and I do use that quite a bit for a certain application. So you do have that option also. And how can I forget this one, which is the split screen view. That is pretty much the biggest thing about this. You can enable split screen, it does work out, and that is the biggest thing about Nougat, which I really am excited about. Also, the device UI scaling. I have enabled the UI scaling, and it does work out. Device scaling right now, it is a default. I normally keep it minimum because I will have more real estate for all my stuff, so I really appreciate that. So that much is it in the settings menu. Now what is different in the launcher? Now this is the launcher which I have right now, which is the Oxygen OS launcher. In the settings menu, you do have layout switching. So if you like the layouts of something like the MIUI or iOS style, you can switch to that layout, and that is really amazing. You do have that. So as you can see, everything is on the stock and the page. You do have that option, and the UI scaling also works on this one pretty much. So yeah. And if you swipe to the left side, you do get the shelf, which is amazing. You can enable widgets for it, and you do have contacts, recent contacts, you do have a memo, and you do have recent applications, and it gives you a center for data usage, available storage, and battery life. So that is really cool, and I really appreciate. So yeah, let me show you guys the Antutu benchmark score, which I really wanted to show you guys. I mean, now this is a stock ROM, so don't expect this to shatter any benchmarks, because I got about 132,400, which is not the best score. Obviously, I've received scores of about 160,000 with stock-based ROM. That's a whole full smartphone worth of score. So you will get a bit lesser score, but that is the whole point of a stock-based ROM. It is more stable, it is not very performance oriented, and you get a bit better battery life. But in this case, well, the battery life is almost same. So let me show you guys the boot animation, which is not the Oxygen OS boot animation, which is well, surprising. So this is what I was calling about the advanced reboot, and that is really amazing. So here is the boot animation for Experience ROM version 2.0. So that is a very minimal boot animation, and I kind of have a thing for the minimal boot animations, and something which is really intricate, and that is really cool. So there you have it. That is the Open Beta version 9 for the OnePlus 3. I really like this ROM. This is a stock-based ROM, so all the bugs you had with the CyanogenMod based ROMs, you can forget them, because it has no echo issues. The call volume is perfect. The brightness slider is amazing. I really appreciate the brightness slider here. And let me show you guys whatever tiles you get. You do get a VPN tile. You get a few more tiles. There is less amount of customizations available for this, so you might not like it for most reasons, but I personally like this a lot because that is working for me. Also the Viper Arise module for this, and that is amazing. I really like the sound which comes out of it. I have used Bluetooth options, and I have enabled everything, and I tested it out. It is very interesting. I really appreciate that. So yeah, that is also pretty cool. So I guess that much is it about the ROM then. In conclusion, being a stock ROM, and that is coming from someone who uses a CM based ROM as a daily driver, and someone who didn't have much who have forgotten how good a stock ROM is. This is a very good ROM for daily driver usage, and being a beta, even this is a very stable ROM, and most people might want to look into this one, and I can pretty much say that this is going to be a very good ROM for most people, even hardcore ROM enthusiasts. So yeah. So I guess that much is it about the ROM then. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.